The room was quiet, but not the peaceful kind of quiet. It was the kind that felt heavy, like something was about to break. Billie Eilish sat curled into the corner of the velvet couch, her oversized hoodie swallowing her frame, her fingers nervously tugging at the loose thread on her sleeve. The faint hum of the city outside barely reached the penthouse window. Inside, the air was thick with tension. Across from her stood Nat Wolff, hands in his pockets, pacing like a man rehearsing words he'd been holding in for far too long. "Billie," his voice cracked slightly. She didn't look up. "Not yet." "Just say it," she muttered, her tone low, guarded. "You didn't come all the way here to stand around and breathe." That stopped him. For a second, he just stared at her, the girl the world saw as untouchable, fearless, but right now, she looked anything but. "I can't keep pretending anymore," Nat finally said, his voice steadier now, but heavier. "I tried. I really did." Billie's fingers froze. Silence. Then slowly, too slowly, she lifted her head. "What are you talking about?" she asked, though deep down, she already knew. Nat exhaled sharply, running a hand through his hair. "I've been lying to you. Not about something small, not about some random thing I could brush off." He stepped closer. Us, what we've been doing, it's not just friendship to me." The words landed like thunder. Billie blinked. Once. Twice. And then. She laughed. But it wasn't real. It was the kind of laugh that comes when your heart is trying to protect itself from shattering. "Wow," she said, shaking her head. "That's funny. You almost had me for a second." "I'm serious." Her laughter died instantly. The room felt colder. "No," she whispered. "No, you're not doing this right now." "I have to." "Why?" she snapped, standing up abruptly. "Why now? After everything? After all the times I—" She stopped herself. Too late. Nat's eyes narrowed slightly. "After all the times you what?" Billie turned away, pacing now, her hands gripping her hair. "Nothing. Forget it." "No," he said firmly. "You don't get to shut down now. Not when I'm finally being honest." "Honest?" She spun around, her voice rising. "You call this honest? Dropping this on me like it's some kind of emotional bomb?" "Because I was scared," he fired back. "Scared of losing you. Scared that if I said anything, you'd push me away like you do with everyone else." That hit hard. Billie froze. Her eyes softened, but only for a second. "You don't know me like that," she said quietly. "I know enough." Silence again. This time, it stretched longer. He took another step forward. "I see the way you look at me when you think I'm not paying attention. I hear it in your voice when you call me late at night and pretend you're just bored." Billie's breathing grew uneven. "You don't do that with everyone," he continued softly. "And neither do I." "Stop," she whispered. "I'm in love with you, Billie." That was it. That was the moment everything shattered. Her composure collapsed instantly. "Stop," she screamed, her voice cracking as tears spilled down her cheeks. "You don't get to say that. You don't get to just throw that at me like it's nothing. It's not. Nothing." "Then why now?" she cried, her hands trembling. "Why wait until it's too late?" Nat's expression faltered. "Too late." Billie laughed again, but this time it was broken, raw, painful. "You think I didn't feel something too?" she choked out. "You think I didn't spend nights wondering what this was? What you were to me?" Nat's heart dropped. "I thought I was crazy," she continued, pacing frantically. "I kept telling myself, no, he doesn't feel that way. Don't ruin it. Don't say anything." Her voice cracked completely. "So I buried it." Tears streamed uncontrollably now. And now you come here, out of nowhere, acting like you're the only one who's been struggling with this. Nat stepped closer, desperation in his eyes. Billie, I didn't know. Exactly, she snapped. You didn't know because you never asked. The room echoed with her words. She collapsed back onto the couch, burying her face in her hands, her shoulders shaking violently. I can't do this, she whispered. I can't go through this again. I can't lose you too. That stopped him in his tracks. Lose me, he said softly. She looked up at him, eyes red, vulnerable, completely unguarded. That's what happens, Nat, she said, her voice barely audible. People confess, things get messy, and then they leave. I'm not leaving. They all say that. I mean it. You don't know that, she shot back. You don't know what happens when feelings get involved. It changes everything. Maybe it does, he admitted. But maybe, it changes things for the better. Billie shook her head, tears still falling. Or maybe it ruins everything. Nat hesitated, just for a second, before sitting beside her. Close, but not too close. I'd rather risk everything than keep lying to you, he said quietly. Because pretending I don't feel this? That's already ruining me. She didn't respond. Her breathing slowly steadied, but her eyes remained distant. Tell me one thing, he added gently. If I had said this sooner, would it have changed anything? Billie swallowed hard. Her lips parted slightly, then closed again. And finally, in a voice so soft it almost disappeared into the silence. Yes. Nat's heart skipped. But now, he asked carefully. She looked at him. Really looked at him. Pain. Love. Fear. All tangled together. I don't know, she admitted. And somehow, that uncertainty hurt more than rejection. Because it meant there was something still there. Something real. But also something fragile enough to break at any second. Nat nodded slowly, accepting it. Then we figure it out, he said. Billie let out a shaky breath, wiping her tears, but they kept coming anyway. This is a mess, she whispered. Yeah, he agreed softly. A long pause. Then, unexpectedly, she let out a small, broken laugh. Of course it is. He smiled faintly. And for the first time since the confession, the tension shifted. Not gone,